why roller skating is so difficult to start as an adult, because I feel I've had a lot of conversations about this. Maybe it's just an angle you've never thought about before. It seems to have resonated with the people I've shared it with so far. I told myself I'm going to be really brave about this and just get out there. So here we go. The world has been very much run by white men for a very, very long time. And so being somebody from a different group is really challenging. You've been praised for being quiet, you've been praised for conforming, and you've done that your whole life, maybe without realizing, but suddenly you're in your mid 40s, in your early 50s, and you're thinking, wait, what? When did I get to here, and when did life become about me pleasing other people or something like that? I think if you're ready to take up more space, when you're roller skating, you physically take up more space, because when you're walking, do it with me, you are moving this way, your whole body is in alignment, your shoulders are swinging. We have practiced this movement our whole lives, so we are very efficient at walking. When you are skating, you need, first of all, instead of your feet to be straight, you need them to be in a V shape like this, like duck feet. So if you have got your feet out in a V and you try and walk, your knees are also like pointing out slightly. So actually you are going to shift your weight from one side to the other side. So now I'm taking up the full screen on my phone because I'm filming stuff on my phone. So you're physically taking up more room. Now, if you are somebody that apologizes for your existence, just think about it. Let's say you're going into the supermarket and you go through one of those little gate things, right? And you get there and there's someone else in front of you, or you get there at the same time. Do you apologize to that person and like still let them through first? Or do you just let them through first? Or do you just wait your turn and kind of gesture? But I'm pretty certain that if you find roller skating really hard, or you cannot even comprehend how you're going to go about this, you probably are the kind of person that apologizes for stuff when it's not even your fault. It's nothing that you need to apologize for. And that is something that we need to change, okay? We have to change that, because if you are going to keep yourself small and you're going to be, I'm so sorry, excuse me, I'm in your way, you're really going to struggle when you're learning to roller skate, because this feeling of getting in the way, by the way, this weight shift, which is what it is, will not last forever. It depends on what you want to do with your roller skating, and skate goals is something that I want to talk about in a whole different video. So this weight shift where you physically take up this much space, once you understand your balance, where you need to place your weight in order to move forward, you won't take up this much space in the future. But when you start, you absolutely will. You will need to max out the space that you take up. And I'm just saying, you're going to be uncomfortable with that because it feels disgusting. It feels horrible to take up this much room, especially if you go to a space that is already busy. So if you take yourself with zero experience, having watched the videos of people like gliding around roller rinks, then you're going to go to a space thinking, oh, this is great, I'm going to find this easy. And if you're the kind of person that says, oh, I'm sorry, oh, excuse me, oh, I'm so sorry, and you're that kind of person and you're always putting other people before you, you're going to find this so hard, because you don't want to get in someone else's way. You won't want to like ruin their experience, and you will put you and your needs all the way at the bottom of the pile. and you'll put everybody else in the room ahead of you. So you will be thinking, everyone else in the room is more important than me because they have more experience. My friend who I've come with is having a great time. I tagged along and I want to make sure that my friend has a great time and I'm not a burden to them by not enjoying myself as much as I think they think I should be enjoying myself. And I don't want to get in anybody's way. And maybe you don't want to get in someone's way because you're worried that you're going to be knocked over, which is also a very real concern. However, this is something we just have to get past, okay? Now, spaces like this in the skate sanctuary don't exist everywhere, and I am well aware of that, but that's exactly why Roller Girl Gang, we created this space. That is exactly why. Let me just do a little pan over here. Whee! And back. Okay, so this space completely exists to support the confidence building of skaters of all ages in a small group. And the windows are they've got like a film on them so that people can't see in, like a privacy film. And that's really important to us. Like a sanctuary to me means safety. So this is a space that people can come, they can fall over, they can not get in anyone's way, and they can feel like they can rebuild their confidence bit by bit until you can get into a space and think, do you know what? I'm still not comfortable with this, but I'm more comfortable than I was. If you think, oh wow, I don't have a space like this near me, there's just nothing that exists, I'm not confident to go outside, I'm just not confident to do anything, I have no choice, I have to go to the busy space, the roller disco, then my suggestion is look up quieter times, because there are always quieter times. Reach out to the person that is organizing that roller disco, if it's a community-led space, and ask them, when is the quieter time? Because I can tell you there will be one. You still might not be comfortable with it, but there definitely will be one. So for us, we have our weekly roller disco, Friday night social, and the first 20 minutes of that roller disco are always really quiet on the floor, on the space. People don't like skating in that time because if you have less experience, you're not usually there bang on the dot of 7:30 ready to roll, because it takes quite a long time to put your kit on, especially if you are putting on wrist guards, putting on elbow pads, putting on the knee pads, and then lacing up your skates and collecting your hire kit. It takes time. So the floor is really quiet. Additionally, people don't like the feeling of being watched. So even though there is no one really watching you because they're focused on getting their own kit on and getting off the seat and rolling around the room, you will feel watched because there's a row of seats down one end of the hall. Again, that's not a comfortable feeling. Now, I can assure you, if you are a newer roller skater, that once you are up and trying to move around, you will be 100% focused on your body and how you are moving. And those people that are at the side of the room will literally pale away. But I totally understand, because I have been that exact person. My journey into a more confident roller skater has taken me like well over a decade. Now, it's not going to take that long for everybody, but I came from a place of, I went through some personal trauma, which if you're interested in, you probably should sign up to my newsletter, because I'm still not very good at speaking about it, but I can type about it. So you can sign up to the newsletter through our website. I'm going to stick the link in the description so that you can find it. But if you feel you are struggling to roller skate, I just want you to understand maybe some of the why behind why this is so difficult. If you broke something or had a bad fall and you had a traumatic time following roller skating, even if it was as a child. Say, hey Mel, hey roller girl gang. Oh, the last time I put roller skates on, I was 8. The last time I put roller skates on was over 30 years ago. That's a really, really common story for millennials and Gen X to come and say as an adult. When they put skates back on, one, our higher skates are probably different from the type of roller skate that you had, or an inline skate or an ice skate that you used when you were younger, okay? 2, it feels different. The responsibility that you come to this with as an adult is completely different. As a child, you do not have to earn a living to make sure that the rent is paid and there's food on the table. You don't have responsibility to your co-workers or your team. Then I still had a responsibility to take care of myself, feed myself, do all those things, which if I was broken was not going to work. So actually, roller skating from that perspective carries significantly more fear. And if you are scared, your body is tense. If your body is tense, you cannot bend your knees. Bending your knees and being able to feel comfortable and relax on roller skates is one of the absolute core principles. Like, if you are not relaxed on your roller skates, you are absolutely going to fall. It's a dead cert. And I can promise you, you will fall anyway. Every roller skater falls throughout their journey. You do not get to a point of being good enough and not falling anymore. You just won't notice it because more experienced roller skaters don't hit the deck in quite the same way that inexperienced roller skaters do. It's usually a more controlled fall, how to style it out, okay? So if you want tips on falling with style, I have a video on that already on things to practice, and you do have to practice. It is something that your body does not naturally know how to do, so you have to practice falling over so that you can give your body the confidence that you know what to do, that your muscles will respond automatically. I just need to take a minute now. Excuse me. I did not think that I was going to get quite so worked up about those topics, but I really, really believe that adults coming to learn to roller skate can transform their confidence and their lives in completely unexpected ways. Most people come to learn to roller skate because they think it's fun, it's cute, it's a little bit of physical activity that they really need in their lives for one way, something or another. It's an alternative to regular fitness, which it absolutely is. Let me not diss any of those things because they are all really valuable. But what they didn't expect was to actually develop the self-awareness, was to learn the resilience, to overcome frustration, to learn to speak to yourself in a much more gentle and kind way when you hit that frustration, because your brain is going, get up. You know what to do. Keep going. You've got this. And your body is going, hell no, I am done for the day. Please do not make me get up again. And you have to learn to listen to your body, because your body's voice is much quieter. She is more gentle, but there will become a point in your practice when she goes, you are not listening, so I am taking over now. I am taking away the choice that you had to stop, and we are just gonna keep giving up. We are falling, falling, falling. In the gym, they call it train to failure, and that happens whatever physical activity you're doing until your body is conditioned and you have built the specialized muscles for that. Roller skating can change lives, and it it can effectively really change the world. That might be a really big idea or a really bold claim, but can you imagine if you can break through the societal conditioning that we have held on to for a lifetime, step into your most confident self? Can you imagine what that confidence can do to transform you if you feel, oh, actually, I can go out and ask for that pay rise? Oh, excuse me, I'm worth more than that. Here's my boundary. Please do not waste my time with this. Can you imagine how different life would be for yourself if you started saying yes to the things that you want to do and no to the things that are really not serving you anymore? Because it's a big deal. So we really believe the life-changing power of roller skating. Those little 8 wheels, seriously, they're magical. Thank you so much for joining me. I feel like this is the first type of video in this that I've made, but I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos recently and people are very much saying, show up as yourself. So here I am, essentially yelling at the camera. Let me know if you want to see more of this, rather see me just skating and teaching. I'm really interested to know. And thanks so much for joining me today. I hope to see you on the next one.